asked what my favourite poem is, well, one of them is To a Mouse. And listen out for the famous lines, which I'm sure you've heard before. The best laid schemes of mice and men gang after gley, and Leah's naught but grief and pain for promised joy. To a Mouse. Wee sleekit coorn timorous beastie, oh what a panic's in thy breastie. Thou needna start a was so hasty wi' bicker and brattle. I would be later in and chase thee wi' murder and pattle. I'm truly sorry man's dominion has broken nature's social union, and justifies the ill opinion which makes thee startle at me, thy pale earth-born companion and fellow mortal. I don't know whiles but thou may thieve, what then, poor beastie, thou may leave. A demon icker in a thrave's a small request, I'll get a blessing with a lave and never miss. Thy wee bit who say to and ruin, it's silly was the winds are strewn, and nothing new to big a newing of foliage green, and bleak December's winds ensuing, both snell and keen. Thou saw the fields lay bare and waste, and weary winter coming fast, and cosy here beneath the blast thou thought to dwell, till crash, the cruel coulter passed out through thy cell. That wee bit heap o' leaves and stibble has cost the money a weary nibble. Now thou's turned out for all thy trouble, but who's are hald, to thole the winter's sleety dribble, and Cranach called. But Mousey, thou art no thy lane, and proven foresight may be vain. The best laid schemes of mice and men gang after gley, and Leah's naught but grief and plain for promised joy. Still, thou art blessed compared with me, the present only touches thee. But och, a backward cast my ee in prospects drear, and forward, though I canna see, I guess and fear. Strachan, and I live in Ballyholish.
How long have you lived in the area?
Oh, been in this area for about 18 years.
What is it you love about Glencoe?
Oh, well, as I say, we came here about 18 years ago, and in my youth, which was a long while ago, did a bit of climbing, and Glencoe is one of these places where you had to come for the climbing. Then once the family came along, we came in family holidays. I just love it. The history and the panoramic views that you get. And I really like this place where we are today, the Glencoe Folk Museum.
Since when have you been a fan of Robert Burns?
Oh, well, that's actually quite easy to answer. Although I've been here 18 years, I'm originally from Robert Burns' county, which is Ayrshire. And in the primary school in Galston, every year we had a Burns competition, and we had to stand up in front of the whole class and recite a Burns poem, and the person who recited it the best got picked to represent the school at the National Burns Festival in Ayr. Unfortunately, I never made it out of the class. So I've always been interested in Burns. I think it's because we were allowed to speak in our local dialect, which is the same as what Robert Burns would speak, Ayrshire Scots, because like every other school we were taught the Queen's English and how to speak, but this was something that appealed to us. We could actually speak in our own native tongue.
Yeah, so you felt as if you could be yourself.
Yes, me myself, and Robert Burns' poetry appealed to me for that reason.
What have you done to celebrate Burns Night in the area?
Well, my son-in-law Carol, I think last year we made a video in the quarry, Ballyholish Quarry, where I recited a couple of Burns poems, and Aileen, one of the local girls in Ballahullish, sang a lovely Burns song. And before the COVID pandemic, we were able to have some Burns suppers, and we had 2 or 3 in the local church hall, and we had a village Burns supper, which was a tremendous success up in Ballahullish. So hopefully we can start the Burns suppers next year.
Do you have a favourite poem or song, and why is that your favourite?
Well, I have favourite poems for different times. If it was a more formal Burns supper, then I think the well-known poems such as To a Mouse or To a Mountain Daisy would be good. But where you're among friends and you're having a couple of drams, something like Tam O'Shanter or Holy Willie's Prayer, I really like his poems. It contains a lot of sarcasm, really funny.
And have you got a favourite song?
I like Flow Gently Sweet Afton, and I like My Love Is Like a Red Red Rose.
The classics.
Some old favourites. I'm an old romantic at heart.
Do you have a favourite time period or subject matter in history?
Well, living only a mile away from Glencoe, I like the period, the Jacobite history and just the general history out of Glencoe, which would be the 17th century, the 18th century. I quite like the Jacobean period and history. I like to read about that, and of course in the museum here there's plenty of to interest anyone who's interested in that period. Fantastic place.
Do you have a favourite museum object from our collections?
As a matter of fact, I do, and say living locally, I'm in here quite often, and I'll always just make sure it's still there. In fact, I can see where it is when I'm sitting here, and that's the nameplate of Clan MacDonald from the steam engine. Because when I was a wee boy, I actually saw this steam engine, and I saw the big brass nameplate. There was actually 2, there's 1 on each side of the engine at Kilmarnock railway station, and I was really chuffed the first to come in and I saw this nameplate. So it might surprise you, but that's my favourite item, is the Clan MacDonald nameplate. Another favourite poem is Afton Water, Flow Gently Sweet Afton. This, you usually hear this as a song, but I quite like to say it as a poem. The lady in it, the lassie in it, is Mary, is actually Highland Mary, one of Burns's girlfriends. It's a romantic song, and if you know the whole story of Highland Mary, it's actually quite a sad song, but it's a lovely poem anyway, so here it is. Flow gently, sweet Afton, along thy green braes. Flow gently, I'll sing thee a song in thy praise. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. Thou stock dove whose echo resounds through the glen, ye wide whistling blackbirds in yon thorny den. Thou green-crested lapwing, thy screaming forbear, I charge you, disturb not my slumbering fair. How lofty, sweet Afton, thy neighbouring hills, far marked with the courses of clear winding rills. There daily I wander as noon rises high, my flocks and my Mary's sweet caught in my eye. How pleasant thy banks and green valleys below, where wild in the woodlands the primroses blow. There oft, as mild evening weeps over the lea, the sweet-scented birk shades my Mary and me. Thy crystal stream Afton, how lovely it glides, and winds by the cot where my Mary resides. How wanton thy waters her snowy feet lave, as gathering sweet flowerets she stems the clear wave. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream.